Yo guys, what up? It's Ideal here, and in this video I want to discuss why you should let go of your emotional pain. They say time heals all wounds, but does it? I say time heals all wounds if you can process and release your emotional pain. In order for your wound to heal, you have to take care of it. Just like a physical wound, when you get a cut on your leg, you put a Band-Aid on it. You put some alcohol on it, you put a bandage on it, or when you break a bone, you put it in a cast. You don't just leave it there. There's a mending process to it. Being able to process and then release your emotional pain is the mending process for your emotional pain. Before we discuss how to get rid of your emotional pain, let's discuss why people even carry emotional pain in the first place. Look, no one wants to live their life in any sort of pain. So why do people carry emotional pain from the past? There's multiple reasons. Whether we can't recognize that we even have pain, whether we think we'll learn from our pain, or whether we just can't forgive ourselves or someone else, we're still holding on to the pain. Whatever the reason is, if you're carrying any pain in life, you're either doing one of two things. One, you're under-recognizing your pain, or two, you're over-recognizing your pain. If you're under-recognizing your pain, you're probably trying to escape your pain in some way or another. And that's either by indulging yourself in pleasure or inflicting pain. But if you're over-recognizing your pain, you're reliving your pain over and over and over, and you don't need to do that. Another way people don't realize they're holding on to emotional pain is when they blame others. When you place the blame on someone else, you're making them responsible for your own emotions. Think about it. No one else can heal our emotions for us. So we're the ones responsible for our own emotions, no matter what happens. So if we keep the blame, we keep the pain. Remember that. Just know that blaming is a part of a victim mentality. You're only blaming someone else because you want to avoid something that you don't want to change inside of yourself. Instead, stop focusing on the excuses you can make and start focusing on the progress that you can make. Had to put some chapstick on. It's cold out here. Look, I just want to get you to see why you shouldn't hold on to your emotional wounds any longer, despite the circumstances. I know it's easier said than done, but look, they're called wounds for a reason. They hurt you. Emotional wounds and physical wounds are very similar. Some are minor, and they don't hurt too much, and they're probably going to heal on their own. Some are mediocre, and they might leave a scar, but they're still probably going to heal on their own. And then there's major wounds, and these definitely don't heal on their own. And ironically enough, these are the type of wounds that usually stick with people. The reason these wounds stick with us so much is because one, they're major wounds, so they obviously mean more to the person, and two, these are the type of wounds that take effort to heal. Look, in our society, people are not accustomed to looking within themselves to solve their problems. Our culture encourages people to look outside of themselves to material things or to products and goods in order to solve the issues and emotions that we have inside of us. This is a culture that promotes escaping your negative emotions rather than facing them, processing them, and then letting go of them. Let's discuss the difference between escaping your emotional pain and letting go of your emotional pain. Escaping emotional pain means you're avoiding it. You're not allowing yourself to feel those emotions. Letting go of emotional pain involves leaning into those emotions and allowing yourself to feel them so that way you can process those negative feelings and then release them. It's unintuitive, but when you avoid your pain, you're actually practicing holding on to that emotional pain. Instead, when you learn to feel it and process through it, you're actually now practicing letting go of that pain. I like going off trail. Now, hopefully you understand all of that, but you might still be thinking, how am I going to process through all these negative emotions? Well, there's a few realizations that'll help you with that. Back on the trail. All right. What causes someone to hold on to any negative emotions is some form of resentment. So if you can learn to let go of your resentment, you can learn to heal from your emotional pain. First, understand that hurt people hurt people. Know that the person who hurt you is only human and that that person has been through their own emotional pain in life. Most likely, whatever they did to hurt you had little to do with you and more to do with the emotional pain that they've experienced. This realization allows you to develop sympathy for someone rather than harboring bitterness and resentment against somebody who hurt you. You can only give what you've been given. So focus on the fact that before this person hurts you, that they were hurt by somebody else. And unfortunately, they probably made the decision to allow that hurt to affect them in a way where they stopped caring as much for people around them. But the good news is that you don't have to make the same choice. You don't have to continue the cycle. You don't have to allow their hurt to turn into your hurt. Now you have the power to see through someone's hurtful actions and realize that they're just a hurt person acting out. This perspective allows you to see somebody who's trying to hurt you in a new light. Now, instead of getting mad at them or getting angry at them for what they're trying to do to you, you can almost have pity for them because you know that they're just acting out of pain. This perspective allows you to see that person in a new light and have pity for that person instead of anger, which allows you to let go of taking offense from any of their actions. It puts you on a higher playing field. You're now the bigger person. This process is what allows forgiveness to now become a possibility. And forgiveness is what's actually going to release you from the prison of negative emotions. Alright guys, that's the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. And if you have any advice on how to let go of emotional pain yourself, feel free to leave it in the comments, and also just let me know what you guys think about the video. If you guys liked it, feel free to subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. And follow my blog. Check out my blog. It's idealideasblog.com. I'll put the link to it in the description. It's just a place to think about and discuss the different topics of life. So if you like to think deep, and if you like to, ponder different ideas and philosophies about life, definitely check it out. I think you'll like it. So, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time. I did not put that there, I swear. That just was there.